Hey, Stuart here. In this video, we're going to look at setting up template codes. So this will be a list of codes that we can use for our project budgets, giving us the opportunity to do a budget breakdown that we can set up and set budget amounts and track costs against those budget amounts. So we're going to click on our name in the top right here and go to template codes. In this screen, you'll see on the right-hand side, you've got the codes area. So that'll be where we'll see our list of codes. And on the left-hand side, we've got our code templates. And there is already a code template in the system, the Stick default codes. Stick does come with codes already in it. You can choose to use these codes. You can also choose to remove them if you don't want them as well. So if you've got unwanted codes or code templates, you can simply remove them from Stick. So what we're going to do here is add our own template of codes. And first thing we do is click on add template, and we're going to give our template a name. So we're going to pop that in there and just click add code template. Now we've got it here on the list. I can select it, and now we can begin entering codes. So we're going to do codes in a couple of ways here. We can either add codes in manually by using the button there, or we can import from Excel. So I'm going to do the import from Excel. I'm just going to click there. It'll allow me now to choose a file. And when I open that, it will import it into Stick. So it's going to give me that notification to say that they're ready to import. And I'm just going to click import, and there's my codes there. And just to show you the spreadsheet that I was using for this, you can see it here. I've only got two columns. I've got the code number and the code description. That's all you need to import codes into Stick. So with our list of codes, we've got our tick box column there. We've got our code type, our code number, and our code name. With our code type, you can see that there's cost code as the type. We also have another type of that's income code, and we're going to add one of them now. So I'm going to click on add code. It's going to ask me for a code number, which I'll enter there, and a code name, which I'm just going to call this project income. And now I'm just going to tick that. So I've got this income code question mark where it says tick to make this an income code. I'm going to tick that and add the code. Now it's important to have an income code because that's what we use when we're setting up a project to work out the revenue side of things. So the actual, when we do like client progress claims and they're connected over to our accounting software, we need to have that connection on the revenue side. So that's why we need an income code there. We can also add codes manually as well. So I can just click add code here. I put in a code number and put in a code name and just click add code, and that will add that code to the list. So while I'm adding this, these codes will all be able to be selected now when I'm setting up a job in my budget area. Another thing I can do here is tick the boxes beside any of these codes, and I can actually remove them if I wanted to get rid of any of the codes in my list there. Another thing we can do is add headings. So if I click on there, I'm just going to give this heading a number. Now with the code, the numbers there, that is just creating them in a numerical order. So I'm going to put this, and I'm just going to call this header 1 and go add heading. So now I've got this header 1 at the top there, and you can see there it's highlighted there. What this does, it creates a group of codes. So now what I can do is select a couple of codes here, and I actually can move them and select the heading. I'm going to move them to header 1, click them in there, and now I can see they're sort of indented. What that means, I've now grouped those codes together. So if I was going to do that again, I was going to say, okay, let's make header 2. And whether I'm grouping these to prelims or something like that, it's just a way you'd be able to group codes together. I'm going to click add heading. I have that header 2 now. I can select a couple other codes, and I can move them, and I can move them into header 2. You can move codes within other groups as well. So, for example, I can move header 2 codes into header 1, for example. But what this does, it groups all these codes together and gives like subtotals for these sections as well. So, for example, if I had this as prelims and I had a bunch of prelim costs in there, I would get like a prelim subtotal, and I'd be able to like track that subtotal area as well. So I'd have a subtotal for the budget, and I have a subtotal of the cost to measure against it as well. So that's just a way you can set up these codes to make your projects more manageable. So that's how you set up your templates and your template codes. They'll be now available to use in project budgets. There's another video about project budgets, so I do recommend watching that one next. And thanks for watching this video, and we'll speak to you soon.